Be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. Do the same at the Grizzly Gentleman, same promo code, 10% off at checkout. Both of these are fantastic deals, and they help support the show. What is up? Role players? I don't know. Theorix6 here with Divinity 2 Original Sin Definitive Edition. This game was on a pretty hefty sale on Steam. And I figure, I'm going to be playing this at nights, like after I do a bunch of stuff, just during my chill time where I don't do anything else. So I think I'm just going to have essentially like a really relaxed playthrough of this. Episodes aren't going to be coming out consistently, but I'll try my best to record every time I play this, and the recording lengths are essentially just going to be however long each individual session lasts. Sometimes I might be on mic, sometimes I won't. This is one of the days where I'm not going to be on mic. I'm just going to be playing through it. I have passed the tutorial, and I literally stopped right after the tutorial, which I think was like an hour or so in for me, because sometimes I do take a lot of time. So if you're looking for, obviously this one, may not be as interesting for people who come here for the commentary, but I'm just going to be playing the game today, just relaxing, chilling, and then some of the other days you'll be able to hear me chat about random nonsense. One of the main reasons, besides the fact that this was on a really nice sale, and it should still be on sale, by the way, one of the main reasons is because I'm looking forward to Baldur's Gate 3. I've not played any of the Baldur's Gate games, but I do really like D&D, and being able to play it even if it's through a video game sounds very interesting to me. So yeah, I'm just gonna turn off my mic. I'm gonna play some game, and hopefully you can get some enjoyment out of it.
I thought the Order would get rid of any trace of the old Source King. This won't be of any use.
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his head. He spots you, and his arms snap to his sides.
I'm not supposed to talk to lizards. Really? Like, what kind of stories? A dragon that marries an elf? That sounds silly. Can I hear it anyway?
You warmly tell the tale of the dragon, but despite your best efforts, you notice that your knowledge of legends and monsters is somehow upsetting the child.
Are you a sorcerer? One of those guys that brings the bad void things here?
The child looks at you straight on, unafraid, searching your face. He lifts his mirror to his nose, closes one eye, and looks at himself again.
I don't see any source on you or me. I guess they're wrong. Or crazy. Maybe you're right. At least they don't mind where anyone goes. They know we can't leave the island, and it's a lot nicer out here than outside. They're gone now. The Magisters took them already. I guess now they're cured. And maybe they're waiting for me back at home. But you didn't die. I guess I am, but it's just normal to be scared. Nowhere isn't scary.
Voidwoken! Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn, we made it to shore. bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay. Drowned and eaten by a void woken. I wonder in which order.
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a steady, malcontent stare. His skin is of a bright, blood-red color. Could he be... Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep. The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer, or a duelist. You lock eyes with his, two smoldering embers that sizzle your very soul.
Yes, I imagine you do. You're made of sterner stuff than I first gave you credit for. Chances are I wouldn't have survived the shipwreck had you not returned to the aid of your fellow passengers down in that dreadful hold. You have my gratitude.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
My gratitude is worth a great deal if only you'd realize it. Now then, if there's nothing further...
He watches you depart without a word.
A black cat. Some would see this as an omen.
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey, but it stares at you with acute intensity. Its eyes clear, and it shakes its head, confused. The cat's eyes, it appears confused.
boat ever again. Never. Hey, lady. It's a lot nicer here than that stinking boat, huh? I'm sure glad you went back to save the others. Saw one of them wringing out their tunic at the shore a few hours ago. Say hi for me.
We already registered. Now speak. I am a proud warrior to the Order. I would not dream of subverting our cause.
Please.
Your Godwoken has asked you a question. Answer.
Need I repeat myself?
I'm not for any of that. We already know the truth registered. Now speak.
I wonder where this leads.
As the alcove opens up, you see the same skeleton that you met on the boat before it sank. He's still not wearing his mask. He's leaning over a corpse, prodding and pulling at the skin of its face.
Bugger. How on earth am I supposed to... Oh. Perhaps...
Skeletal fingers reach down and grip the skin of the dead man's face, pulling sharply upwards. After a few more tugs at the man's cheeks, the skeleton relents. letting the head drop to the ground with a damp thud.
Damnation! That stuck fast. I wonder, does the beard act as some form of anchor? Ah! No! Stay back! Don't... Oh, it's you. I must admit I'm surprised. Perhaps you're more buoyant than I suspected. It seems the human that stole my mask was rather more resourceful than I gave her credit for. I chased her here, but she rather seems to have given me the slip. Thus...
He turns back to the body, prodding at its face cautiously.
Why, its face, of course. What other use would I have for some rotting corpse? A face that seems rather stubbornly attached to his skull.
I would normally employ a tool to delicately but viciously rip the face from the body.
I could then craft a mask to hide my bone. But as I lack such a tool...
The skeleton grabs the corpse by the cheeks and pulls hard, grunting in frustration as the body's skin holds firm.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I have important things to do on Reaper's Coast. I cannot simply sit about waiting for the rest of you to die so I may continue my business in peace. No, I may be an eternal, but my patience has its limits. Indeed, I may be the only eternal. My people seem rather absent.
At least from this realm. As for the others, well, there is an excavation site at the Black Pit's oil fields. Perhaps there I'll find my answers.
A cult? Hardly. We were a race that existed before the idea of race was needed. We were all one. I could ask you to imagine an Eternal as a creature of incredible intelligence and skill. We studied the mysteries of the universe. But I will find them. Wherever they are, I will find them. We will have our world again. Yes, yes, do feel... By which I mean shout loudly.
What's this? I found something. Let's hope this is worth the digging.
We already know the truth, Magister. Now speak. I am a proud loyal to the Order. I would not dream of subverting our cause.
Atusa, please.
Your Godwoken has asked you a question. Answer him.
Need I repeat myself?
But I know nothing of any Verdus. We already know the truth, Magister. Now speak. I am a proud loyal to the Order. I would not dream of subverting our cause.
Atusa, please.
Your Godwoken has asked you a question. Answer him.
Need I repeat myself?
But I know nothing of any Verdus. We already know the truth, Magister. Now speak. I am a proud loyal to the Order.
Stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent. Our Godwoken speaks.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escapees.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use. Cut it out.
This can't be serious, Alexander. Come!
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Atusa pinches the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squeeze shut. Drops of blood form against the dagger's edge and quickly fall to the ground. She groans.
Stop! My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you, Atusa. To think you would lie to his only son, your bishop, and your friend these many years. The fate of our realm hangs in the balance. If you will not help us save it, then you will help the Void destroy it. Dallas?
Yes, Your Holiness?
I believe we're done here.
What a waste. Come, we'll be needed elsewhere.
The cat's eyes, it appears confused.
Come on, old man. I can't wait all day.
I got my eye on you, Scaly. Don't try any of that sauce business on my watch, or I'll do to you what the hammer did to that traitor. Well, that's true now, isn't it? With that little ring around your neck, you can't conjure so much as a boo. Like a cat without its claws, ain't you? So in the time of Lucian, of course. Who wouldn't join up with God himself? He was all glory, all goodness. When we lost him, well, it only made sense to see his will through. Lucian gave his life to protect Rivellon. If we let the Voidwoken get to it now, well, we'd have lost him for nothing. Fort Joy ain't no summer camp. No one said it were, but it's the best we've got to protect the realm. Can't for certain, but I reckon when God himself gives his life to protect you, you don't waste the gift. You protect it with everything you've got. So that's what we do. When you give up the darkness that's inside you, take your fault, it's there, mind, but it's there all the same. They're working on a cure for you even now. Got some good leads, so I hear. You can trust Dallas to take care of it.
Did you see him? You did, right? Those claws. Wonder what's behind the masks, too. Can't be pretty. That, Magister, that was Bishop Alexander, leader of the Divine Order, and his right hand, Dallas. How do you not know this? Ha! More the fool you. Day is night, and night is day in Fort Joy, O noble one. The Magisters are the royalty around here. You'll learn your true place yet. Now why don't you move along and settle in?
Did you see them, miss? Bishop Alexander and the Hammer herself. They were so close, almost within arm's reach.
A kin, is it? A traitor cannot be murdered. A traitor can only receive their due. Doubly so for a lizard traitor. It's a pity she couldn't die twice.
I told him at noon exactly, didn't I?
The Divine Order's all that stands, believe it or don't. The Divine Order doesn't need our loyalty. They'll save us in spite of us.
I find any bread. I want no trouble.
Bread or brisket, both the same.
Your grift teaches you to bully others.
Irma, where are you, darling?
A fella can't hear himself think with all this racket. Day and night she hollers after that child. You hear that, Farah? You got to cut that out. What's happened to ya? Aye, she needs help, but none that I can give. Mad as a cooker, that one, and twice as loud. Distraught don't even begin to cover it. She's hollering after that child of hers, killed by a Voidwoken she was. Been dead and buried for a month now. Never even stepped foot in Fort Joy. And there ain't no amount of hollering that'll bring her back.
Please, I'm sorry, but you must leave. My baby's terrified of lizards.
She may be hiding from you even now. Irma! Irma, darling, are you here? Please, sweetheart, where are you? Thank you.
Right hand, right, quicker. Fella's got more right hands than an octopus.
Irma!
Quiet down, Farah. It's time to accept reality.
Where is he?
You there, lizard? I'm looking for an inmate. A smallish man, thick spectacles, prone to somewhat eccentric chatter. He wears a large bronze pendant with a dragon stamped into it. Have you seen him? Useless. It is a very important matter that I locate this Migo. Tell me if you hear mention.
It's time to accept reality.
Where is he?
A little respect for Griff's right hand, Topsy.
Greetings, child. Frightful far from home, ain't you? Visited your ancient empire myself a long time ago. The Divine's light sure shines on your kind. Troubles me to hear that. Now that the Divine has gone, our world's duller, darker than ever before. When he comes back, he'll bring a gentler world with him.
If you don't like the game, Topsy, you can fold.
No, no. Just the pair of you and filthy cheating liars don't mean I can't beat ya.
A little respect for Griff's right hand. Looky, looky here, mates. A fresh face. We love fresh faces, don't we? Why don't you join us in a round of cards? No problem, Freshie. In that case, enjoy your stay. But I'll be needing to collect your interment fee first, of course. I'm sure the Reds told ya. No one gets along without paying the interment fee. So, let's make this easy. Empty your pockets. Are you really gonna make this so hard, Freshie? We'll see about that, Freshie.
Children.
changed. Changed a bit. Always late.
The woman is scrabbling at her throat, as though she can hardly breathe.
Don't touch me. You're too close. This collar, this place, it's squeezing the life from me. I can't. I can bear it. How is it possible? 1 minute you're in the garden in the sun. The next you're here, and they've put this thing around your neck.
Her hands move again to her throat. She seems to try to make space between her neck and the collar.
It's getting...
You there. You've just arrived, isn't that right? Are you quite alone? It's just, I've a proposition. Something very worth knowing. But it's hardly a group. Oh, noble. But after the Magisters take you all, your nobility will have been for nothing. Good luck with your friends, though.
What if there are no sorcerers left? Yet so quickly, we find source so dangerous. What in his death?
Mummy's right here. Where are you?
when another divine arises, will Source change back?
The kin's brow knits together, then apart and back again. He seems to be swimming deep in his thoughts and doesn't look up as you approach.
What? Oh, kin. New, are you? Very good, very good. Make yourself at home. My mind? What else, kin? I'm wondering why. All of this. Source, the Voidwoken, the Divine. Why?
Oh, 10 bottles of mead, oh, 1,000 bottles of dust, 50 bottles of tears, oh, make the hinges rust. Oh, 10 bottles of mead, oh, 1,000 bottles of dust, 50 bottles of tears, oh, make the hinges rust. 1,000 bottles of dust. 50 bottles of tears. Oh, make the hinges rust.
Naturally. How could one not? We've used source for thousands of years. We have used it to heal, to grow. How can it be that it suddenly summons these horrors from the void? And when will Alexander ascend to divinity? We cannot continue like this.
1,000 bottles of dust. 50 bottles of tears. Oh, make the hinges rust.
When another divine arises, will source change back? What if there are no sources?
I don't know any ancient empire ditties. Got nothing spicy enough to keep my mind off this place for a few bars.
Will source change back? What if there are no sources?
This place has made you cranky. Perk up, old chap. There's plenty of singletons about.
Be sad.
I only mean that if you think about it logically, she's much better. Please, excuse us.
You're talking to me, not her, Sam.
Oh, for the love of Lucian, Balladeer. You're acting like a madman.
Say it again. What you said about my wife. Go on. Piss off. Go on, Sam.
Well, it's the truth, and you know it. She's better off. So what if it was messy? I'd rather puke myself to death 1,000 times than let the Reds get to me.
A flat smile twitches.
She never did like you. Wouldn't know a thing about you and I, Gretty.
1,000 bottles of dust. 50 bottles of tears. Make the hinges rust.
Wouldn't know a thing about you and I, Gretty.
The man looks for a moment at the corpse at his feet, then turns back toward the nearly finished coffin, bloodied hammer in hand.
Murder's a big word. And no, this here's a bed for someone 1,000 times better than that snake. Rest her soul.
He lines up another nail and hammers.
I'll be with you soon, love.
I'm meeting someone here. That's...
The woman looks out on the gently lapping waves. She seems...
Haven't seen you around here before. New? Well, most certainly. I brought my own share of knowledge with me from the get-go. No sense... Well, don't worry too much if you have a heart. You here alone?
She gives you a long look.
You think twice about facing this mean world alone, eh? Someone to drink to in the evenings, someone to hold at night. If you've got those, you'll be all right. Some of us haven't got anyone at all anymore. It's nothing. If I haven't learnt that by... Used to be, I had a family. A husband and a little boy. We were healers. Source was in our blood. Then they brought us here. I couldn't stop them from taking my boys from me when they did. Reckon they were cured. Maybe even released. Don't know why the Reds didn't take me too. Now I'm just waiting for them to call my name. Waiting and remembering. Thank you kindly, sweetheart. I do appreciate it. They were good lads. Too good for this place. In some ways, I'm glad they got out quickly. Listen to me, bubbling on like a cauldron. You're sweet to listen. You run along now, darling. You shouldn't spend what...
Here you are. I wonder what keeps you. Tell me your tale. We are unfamiliar, yet familiar. We are the same material, you agree? I am very curious. So tell me your tale.
The dog focuses at the cat at your feet, bare.
Queen's beard. It looks like you lost a fight with a claw hammer. Reckon you're in need of something to heal yourself up, eh? Calling me unimpressed, you old bro. It's always the braggarts who cry the hardest when you stitch them up. Lucky for you, I think a good old-fashioned potion will do you.
Instead of a potion, she hands you an empty bottle and a fat brown mushroom.
I knew I saw some talent in you. Go ahead and combine the mushroom with the vial. Once you've mastered the technique, you'll never need help from a crusty old quack like me again. Dane's as stubborn as an old steer. Says he don't believe in alchemy and won't accept a potion from me or anyone else. But Jackanap would rather die than drink something that ain't at least 30 proof. Still, my job ain't to judge, but to heal. Or if that fails, to comfort. Seems that's all I can do for old Dane. Save your spirit to fight the Reaper.
Think you're so fancy with your flashy abracadadoodle, don't you? Fat, who needs you? Fat chance. I'd wrestle death to the ground and make him scream my name for it. I caught a blow too many from those card-playing fatheads up on the ramparts. I got myself a... Why don't you take it? If they offer you a round of cards, this one guarantees you a win. It's called the Sparkler. Whoever's got it gets the pot. Filched it from that hog Griff himself. Careful, though. If you ain't as skilled a fighter as me, you'll end up on Dr. Lest's table with the rest of the lilies.
That thing eating corpses.
The creature heaves through lips gummed with human gore. It turns to you with great effort, pain apparent in every movement, and madness screams from its wide, bloodshot eyes.
You. Quite lost. Quite lost. Careful, or they'll cross your wires. Now, a little query. Where grows the yarrow? Quickly now, for I haven't much time.
The creature gingerly takes the plant into his bloodied hands. He runs his fingertips over the white flowers. His panting breath slows.
Darling, dear. Dear, darling child. Hello, yarrow girl. Can it really be you?
His eyes snap up to meet yours.
For you, my ring. Part of me. Name of Migo. Thank you. Pretty. Yarrow girl, you ground you have. Pretty. You. What? What is it? Go. Name of Migo, come out of Arx. My daughter's a magister. Pretty-haired yarrow girl. She doesn't know about all this, though. Don't you dare blame her. Told you, didn't I? They crossed my wires, hammer goes clang, and clang.
So this is Fort Joy.
You looking for a match? You'll have a good head on most of the competition, that's for certain. A good tail, too. Poor lugs won't know what hit 'em.
Have you, cud?
Amidst a crowd of screws, bolts, and scraps of metal, the woman is manipulating a glove-like contraption fitted with 5 long metal skewers. She doesn't look up as you approach.
And what you after?
Get bent. I ain't.
Just seeing how it's made. She's clever, Dallas. Made these herself, for those bodyguards of hers. Boy, they're sharp.
She looks up.
You looking to buy something? All manner of things. Have a...
Bread or biscuit, toast the same.
Your grift teaches you to bully others. Pathetic.
You keep his name out of your mouth. You filthy cunt, you are.
Have your cud.
Disgusting. Just like all your kind.
Disgusting like theft. Disgusting like threats.
Right, God. Will you quit dragging? Just hand over the gold.
I will not. You! Help me teach this beast. He must respect. If not, he comes for you next.
Respect? Huh. Someone's got to keep this place running. Griff can't do it for free. Why'd you gotta make this so hard?
An intense-looking man steps between the thug and the elf and rolls up his sleeves, revealing well-muscled and heavily scarred arms. You recognize him. It's Ifan, who you met aboard the ship on the way here.
Just stand aside, won't you, mate? This is no business of yours.
Lone wolves decide their own business.
The thug freezes in fear for a moment before shuffling back to the protection of his crony.
Pay up, elf. No one shorts Griff, especially not one of you. Everyone in camp's got to contribute. For food, for protection, no exceptions. Especially not for elves. Griff's orders.
Food? Protection? I have neither.
Burrow looks you both up and down, sizing up your combined threat.
Ah, get out of here. The both of you. You ain't worth the sweat of my brow anyhow.
The elf smiles and bows to you in thanks.
Follow me, before more of them trouble us. There is a safe place.
I saw what you did there, convincing Burrow not to lay down the law on that elf. Anything for a fellow sorcerer, isn't that right? Sure, I got a little source in me, but I'm a human. We're trying to save Rivellon from source, even when it's in our own bellies. It's the rest of you that are causing all this chaos.
I know you.
Losa, the dark-eyed jokester you met aboard the ship, waves enthusiastically and dips into a mock elegant curtsy.
Back then, I was Madame Josephine Gribbles de Pube. You. Glad to see you made it. Nothing like a nice tentacle slap across the moor to set the tone for the week, eh? How'd you escape? Me too. Did you hear something? When you were in the water, I mean. I heard the same thing. Do you know what this means? It means I'm not the only...
Losa's voice catches in her throat. The joy drains from her face. Her eyes lose focus, and her whole body goes rigid. She is stock-still, waxy-skinned, her eyes dark. Greyish-black veins run from her eyes down her cheeks. Her head snaps to you mechanically, and her eyes lock with yours, dark pupils dilated into great black voids. Light suddenly flashes back into her face. The grey veins drain to pinkish flesh, and her whole body relaxes.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Ah, yeah. It was a shipwreck, all right. Not much more to say about it, I guess. Papa Joris used to tell me, Losa, he'd say. Losa, you ever find yourself in a sinking ship, follow the rats. They'll find you a way out. Applies to a lot of situations, actually. Vermin tend to know what's what. Ah, it's nothing really. It's just... I'm just a bit hospitable. Ha! What I mean is, look, you've never been a host, right? That's because you're like a clump of leaves on the side of the road. That ain't bad, though. I'd give just about anything to be like you. But I'm a roadside inn. Red door, flowers out front, friendly lady at the door beckoning you in for half price. Like a goddamn gold star inn for the disembodied. Feels like just one, strangely enough. Big one, though. Don't know its name yet, either. It takes time for them to get comfortable and introduce themselves. So, how are you enjoying the joy? Yeah? I was just thinking the same sort of thing. So, you want to check this place out together? Strength in numbers and all that. It does, right? Before we head out, I've got more than a few tricks up my sleeve, so you'll have to pick which one I'll pull out if, when, push comes to shove. Lately I've been into the enchanting arts, but I can shoot, slash, summon, steal, whatever your little black heart desires. So, what'll it be? Sounds fine. So, we're good to go? Yeah? Well, that was easier than I thought. And I'll do my best to stay myself. Lead the way.
Bow your head, please! If we chant the endless prayer, the next divine will ascend, even if your kind has displeased the god so terribly of late.
You know what I mean, lizard. The dwarves and elves are no better. The lot of you would drag us all into oblivion with your blind devotion to Source. The time of Source is over. Of course I am, or I wouldn't be here. But I am humble enough to know that Source has become dangerous.
Bivan rolls his sleeves back.
Good work there. Good work. I can tell you've got chops.
He stretches out one rough hand to shake yours. He grips your hand tight as a vice and shakes it, hard.
Say, you don't look all that busy now that we're safely on dry land. I could use someone to... I've just got a small errand to run. And then I'll be looking to get the hell out of here, while I've still got a neck to collar. How about we stick together until we get out of this place? Everyone needs to make a living. I make mine running errands.
The little black cat trailing you hisses at him, hair raising a ridge along its back. Without batting an eyelid, the man rumbles a lupine growl. The cat hides behind your leg, mewling.
That's the truth. For me, for you, for everyone in this place. Why not help each other get out of here? The usual way. Haphazard, terrifying, and drenched in blood. Have 2 heads are better than 1. And when push comes to shove, 4 fists are better than 2, right?
He grins, sharp teeth glittering in the midday sun.
So, before we hit the road, it's best if we decide battle strategies up front. Should keep more of our blood in. Survival's my main priority. I'll use every trick in the book to keep us alive. But if a wayfarer's not what you're after, I've got other skills. What do you need? Can do.
He scans the horizon for threats with one green eye, then nods back at you.
Right you are. Lead the way.
Say what you will about the Divine Order.
He hasn't changed a bit. Always late.
I'm not mad, darling. I'm not mad. Sweetheart?
Don't disturb me again, unless you've seen me go. You have seen him? Tell me, where was he? And you're very sure it was him?
She inspects the ring closely.
This can't be. You said he was upon the beach, yes? I need to have a look myself. This simply can't be.
Farah, she ain't coming back. She's gone, Farah. Gone!
The woman is scrabbling at her throat, as though she can hardly breathe. As she catches sight of you, recognition flashes in her terrified eyes. She drops her hands from her throat and starts hyperventilating.
Ben Mist! Ifan! Ben Mist! You killed them! You killed them! He killed them all! Murderer! Keep him away from me! Help! Somebody! Keep him away!
Stay back. Stay back. Keep that monster bednest away from me.
Oh, 10 bottles of mead. Oh. 1,000 bottles of dust. 50 bottles of tears. Oh. Engine rust.
She's gone, Farah. Gone! Farah. She ain't coming back.
Heading into the kitchen? Don't try anything funny around, Griff. I'm watching you. Right. Good. Need something in the kitchen, do you?
livery. Surely you'll have one.
You forget my name here. Take your coins in.
Griff and his lads won't know what hit him.
Is that really you?
Little Yarrow girl. Grown up, flower-headed girl.
What have they done?
She looks at you with hatred etched deeply in the lines of her face.
I didn't want any of this. Ha! I'd die 1,000 deaths before I'd see this go unpunished.
She looks at her father and manages a small smile.
As am I. It's strange. It almost reminds me of the creatures Dallas keeps at her side. Sometimes you hear a kind of muttering beneath their masks.
She reaches out to touch her father's hand. He withdraws it quickly before remembering himself and reaching out to Yarrow again.
I had no idea. What a fool I am. There were always rumors about the Hammer. Dallas, that is. What she was doing with the prisoners she hauled off to her fortress. Why they never joined the rank and file thereafter. I suppose now I know. Wait, before you go. You've helped us a great deal today. Let me help you too. Take this key. I'll show you where you can use it. It opens a door leading into the fort that may help you get out of this wretched place. It isn't too late for you. Not yet. What's happened? What have they done to you?
Darling? Yarrow girl?
It was her, wasn't it? The monster.
Don't think of the ugly now. Here I am, here you are. Here we are.
It was her, was it, Pop? What did she...
Worms, darling. Worm. I'm not myself, Yarrow girl. I'm sorry, darling.
Don't you dare apologize. This is not your fault.
Leave me. Go. Get away. Get...
A little reprieve from the din outside.
House?
The soldier stiffens.
So, you likely do not know how to fasten a buckle, but I will be happy to sell you any armor you may require. What do you need?
Whack! Back, evil ogre, or I'll get you with my sword! Knights don't have parents, ogre. We only have swords! You'll regret that.
Are you from the ancient empire? Maybe you know my mum. Helene. She served the bailiff of the House of Law. She died when the Void Woken came.
Suddenly, the child's face crinkles into a grimace. She seems on the verge of sobbing when her face suddenly goes still and blank.
No one tells me there are so many children in this Fort Joy. Magisters I handle, but small ones. An elf lives forever. If she stays away from spears and fire, she has no need for slimy, sticky, small ones.
Wait, I call a timeout.
As you approach the young elf, Losa suddenly grabs your arm. Her hand is damp. Her face looks pale and grey.
Hey, listen, I don't know why, but I think I need to talk to this elf. You mind?
She jerks her hand away.
I can't. I just need to talk to her, okay?
She turns towards Sahela. She darts over to the elf, and they begin talking in earnest, more quietly than you can overhear. Losa suddenly snatches up both the elf's hands and leans close to her. Her voice rises.
You have to tell me.
The whites of Losa's eyes fade to grey, then black. The colour runs into her veins, crisscrossing her skin like lightning. She keeps hold of Sahela's hands.
It rises in you even now, Losa. Do not let it. You must be strong. Be strong. Fight. Fight. You are okay. You are yours. No one else's.
Shut up. Let go. Let go. Let go. I don't want to hurt her. Don't make me.
Losa is rigid as a board, tense with the effort of holding Sahela's hands in tight, painful bunches.
Leave me alone! Leave me! I don't want to!
You are hurting me.
Losa's eyes are black. Sahela's fingers are white under her grasp.
Let me go. Please.
A sinister smile spreads across Losa's lips. She jerks the elf toward her.
Chatty, chatty elf. Chatty elf with all the answers.
Losa, please. You must not defend her. She wakes if she is weakened. We must hurt her to protect her, you see?
I bet the elf blood tastes like honey. Let's find out.
Not herself. You must weaken her to help her. I'm sorry, Losa. It is almost enough. A few more hits. She comes back to us when she is weaker.
You okay? Yeah, thanks.
I know they help.
What? Don't look at me like that. Good. I don't. Let's keep moving. I want to get out of this bloody place as soon as possible. I'm fine. You're fine. We're fine. Let's go.
The young girl's eyes are covered, but she turns towards you when you approach. She smiles as though she recognizes you, though she couldn't have seen.
Ah, hello. I see you come a long way. I see you come here seeking a great adventure. Do you find it?
She laughs and looks around as though taking in the scenery, though her eye...
Many people to meet, many stones to turn. And there is a great joy here, as though the walls and water themselves were made by many smiling gods. Even if we are here under unhappy circumstances, still I feel it. I see it before my eyes. It is not so bad. I know which days have bread and which days have none. I know more bread comes someday. It helps. I know they help.
Thank you for your help with that, thug. No doubt he turns on you next. These humans hate us.
She bows.
In this cave, we trust Sahela. She is young, but she sees. She knows more than we know. In the camp, the brute Griff rules. He who gives the bread has the power. I hear of no escapes. The only way out is through. Through the Magisters, through their cure. Thugs, I can stand, but it gives me great pain. I'm with my family. We are making beautiful magic. We are healing a tree cut down with great violence. The Magisters come. My family runs, but I fall. My son... Wait, before you go, I am not here without your help. I do not forget this. For you, a prize. I save it for a special occasion, but I can think of no finer occasion than this. Thank you.
I feel him, but I do not see him.
You're too slow! Wait, I call a timeout!
I feel him, him, but I do not see him.
Whoever kills the other is the boss! You can't get me!
I know they help.
Got you! I got you! You can't get me! I'll stab you right in the eye! You can't get me! You can't get me!
I feel him, but I do not see him.
This hole is too small for you to squeeze into. The cat's eyes are clouded and it appears confused, and yet...
I'll stab you right in the eye! You're cheating! I magicked you, you're dead!
Tough as tiger teeth. Just like me, man.